So today I'm going to talk a little bit about rent-back agreements. So these were really popular when the market was crazy, but it's slowed down a little bit now. But a rent-back agreement is a legally binding agreement made in writing between the buyer and seller. Pretty straightforward. It includes things like how long the seller will need to stay in the house after closing and how much rent the seller is going to pay. It's pretty normal to have them pay the buyer's PIT, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, so that the buyer isn't paying for you to stay there. But when the market's crazy, sometimes we've had buyers allow people staying 6 months for nothing. So that's kind of wacky. But typically it's either PITI or whatever fair market rent is. And then the thing to keep in mind is now you're really in a rental agreement, right? So you do want to have a refundable deposit, and then you have a holdback deposit, the refundable deposit of $5,000 to $10,000, because if the seller, now your tenant, does some damage, you want to be able to get recuperated for it. And then once the buyer closes on the house, the buyer does take possession legally, and they pay any upfront costs like a normal closing. But the seller has to pay any security deposits, upfront rent, and remain in the house. So I hope that explained it a little bit. I did leave out something, and that is that the new buyer, the new owner, if something breaks while the seller or new tenant is in there, that seller is obligated to pay for it, and you might have to do that sooner rather than later if it's like a plumbing issue or a heating issue or something like that. So I hope that was good. Please be sure and like that video.